welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Dices, and we're back after a little bit of a break. We've sort of been, I would say, sort of going from the podcast show that I've been doing, which is the topic of today, and the, YouTube channel and working out some ideas and things like that. So I thought I would tell, which is really by far my biggest audience here on the YouTube channel compared to everywhere else, about the podcast show, The Creative Life. So The Creative Life is quite a varied type podcast show. We talk about my creative works that you've heard about over the years and you've seen in videos and stuff like that. And you also see us talk about TV shows and movies, which we'll be doing a little down the track at the moment. We are also have spoken a little bit about Rocket League in a recent episode with Nathan, so you've seen him about in the streams and the comments, I suppose, on the YouTube channel. And we also talk about really anything that's creative. We will be doing music stuff coming up later on. That's one of the things that we were doing. You will see some original sort of music stuff that I did many, many years ago, like 16, 17 years ago, that I did on the old EJ music software. So it's pretty, the word would be pretty basic, but I think I came up with some interesting tunes back in those days. So as I look at my cue cards, which are completely empty, the podcast, I feel, has been a lot of fun to do, building them up. There's about 11 episodes there, and also we have a really nice website that you should be able to see in the descriptions. I'll put it as the link comment. And it's been a really fun time. I'll actually just pop up the website as I'm doing recording the video. I don't know if I should be doing that, but we always tend to do things our way on this channel. So all the episodes, there's been ones about Nintendo, obviously, the first voicemail questions, the process of making stories and videos explained, Rocket League, podcasting versus YouTubing, and, the last podcast we did talking about some of the classic episodes of the NNN show will be crossing over to the Creative Live podcast, just to give it a different audience. It will also be some of the classic episodes that we've done. We'll sort of rip the audio out and put it into a podcast and see how that goes. I think it's good to build up content there. We also have a mailing list for the podcast and for any Nintendo Ninja News stuff that might pop up along the way. We've got about 20 or so people on that, so do join up to the mailing list. It's really important that that people do, because it's really hard to keep people updated on stuff, because there's people on Facebook and there's people on Twitter and people on Discord and then on YouTube, so it's hard for me to be everywhere at once. And the blog section has the first few dozen of my creative releases. We'll try to make it look a little prettier and nicer, and been working on that. And the Creative Life music stuff, which is be uploaded on the YouTube channel pretty soonish, I would say. Heck, I might even do it today, seeing that I've got a free day finally after a busy week of doing stuff. So it's been a lot of fun doing the Creative Live podcast. Got the newsletter. We are on all the different podcast services: Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, iHeartRadio. I'm absolutely reading this off the website. Castbox, which I know one or two people that use it. Obviously, it's not on YouTube. I don't think Nintendo Ninja News has enough content on it, and we've got to save something for the podcast show. TuneIn, which is something I've used in the past, and probably other services that I've never heard of that will be promoted. So you've got the blog and all that sort of stuff, and the website all nice and set up. So I think it's a really cool podcast show we're having a lot of fun doing that type of thing, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all turns out. But do follow the podcast. It's all free, all that sort of stuff. And when a new episode comes out for the mailing list, there's a certain time. I think it's 8 o'clock in the morning in Sydney, Melbourne time, when you'll get an email that says, hey, there's a new episode. Click on the link and it will take you there. So that's a really cool thing. Actually, the email should have been sent out half an hour ago, or, you know, it sort of sends it out its way after that time. So that's pretty cool. With the podcast show, do go and follow that, and of course keep up to date with the videos for today. We'll be pushing out a few videos this week to make up for a bit of quiet time, and we'll be streaming Rocket League as well, which is very, very cool. We'll be doing that tonight. I said I was going to do it last night, got really tired and went to bed at like 6 p.m. and slept for 10 hours, so I was pretty exhausted running around and doing a lot of things and that too. And I got a new chair. The wheels don't work. That doesn't matter. I don't need to move around too much, but it's a nice little chair that I got. The old chair, which is this one. This guy. Not very comfortable after a while. Because the old red chair, if you remember, it was flaking everywhere. It stopped working. It wasn't really good, which was a bit sad. And we had to get rid of it, and we replaced it with an old cheapo chair, which was pretty uncomfortable to play games and do videos on. But this is a nice chair. I'm quite happy about it. Seems to, hang on, lean back. I think you can still see me mostly. And it will be good to do computer work with it, and it will be good fun. So the general gist of this video is, go and discover the Creative Life podcast, have a bit of fun listening to that, and join the mailing list, which is on the website, on the homepage. And hope you enjoyed, and we will be back soon with another video for NNN News and, the NNN show. We might push out another episode of that soonish. So have a good day, and I shall see you next time.